So you wonder why Etika, he looked like he was one of the most. I didn't go and run and drop a vid yesterday like everybody else. Look at them and what they thought. Most of them didn't know, but they want to hurry up and drop a vid. For the type the third dimension bullshit. I did my research on Etika.
I resist.
I'm not gonna speak on none of the bad stuff. I'm not gonna bring other people.
What's happening to me?
What took you so long? Sorry, a little stressed out.
Everybody that's subbed to this channel, some people y'all may not be ready for the truth. So when y'all hear people saying this stuff, and y'all hear people ranting about different stuff, y'all instantly says, call them crazy or
my soul. Defend me.
All this different shit. How you know he just wasn't a hope to something within him? How you know he didn't face what he was putting out there? All you know is entertainment. You don't really know.
You can't truly hurt me.
Was they just entertainer friends?
Order to finish me.
Nobody can but him.
You cannot have my soul.
Nobody can judge you.
I've
So
got
all the stuff you hear about him, all this, don't judge him by his entertainment. One thing I told y'all,
Order protects me.
I don't want to put it on, oh, it was funny, you know. I want y'all to know, I tried to help. I was that hurt, I'm trying to. My heart, I'm trying to help. Y'all have to understand. Everything that y'all look up to, it's not. Bro, this shit is not real, bro.
My soul.
You have to really understand this. When people say this, you think we crazy. Well, people is commit suicide out. People making spiritual channels and some more shit. I don't know about y'all, but I'm taking care of myself.
Please don't take my soul.
Shit, I'm kind of heavy-hearted for dude. I feel bad for his family and his fans. YouTube community shook, and one thing that he did say, shit gonna be back to normal in a few days.
Pain will not
Everything
stop.
is made to distract you. It's always gonna be something.
What are you doing to me?
Dying is not a bad thing.
Demonic tentacles.
He everything he said was facts. You are a god. You could be a god or a devil, or you could be good or bad. Because when you die, you're gonna face it. But after you die here, that's not the end of life. This global belief that we live in. It's not what's
You
really
cannot
going on.
have demonic tentacles.
Once you start meditating, taking care of yourself, eating healthy, eat vegetables, up your level of consciousness, you can see different realities. You can see that we in the Matrix.
You can't.
So if you never meditated or did anything, you just a regular ass person. Don't judge nobody who be going through shit. Don't take them. Because once you take them to psychiatric, all this, bro, that's taking years off their life. Y'all gotta understand. Who knows what really was going on?
Thought I was done for.
I don't know what happened to Etika, but I don't trust the news either. I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. One thing I do know is Etika lives on. When you die, you transmit to another dimension. You are living on other dimensions right now, and you don't even know it. This is not the real you. That wasn't
Thank
the real
you.
Etika.
I thought I was done for.
You have to really understand. Everything is a distraction. I'm a distraction right now with you connected with yourself. Etika was a distraction. He was a lit-ass entertainer. I was a lit-ass entertainer. I had to slow down. I want to give you all more information.
Thanks for saving
If
me.
only he was able to connect with within. Nobody could judge him for what he's seen within. But he always got his self in there. His true self, his higher self. He had a different purpose. With all that being said, you have to find your purpose. Don't want to be a streamer because I'm a big streamer and YouTuber, or Etika is a big streamer. Don't do that because we do it. You gotta understand, once you become a popular entertainer, you have no more privacy. Nobody cares about you. It's It's about what you do for a living, not what you feeling inside. So really find what's your purpose. The only way you can do that is if you take care of yourself. Every time people say start going vegan and eating healthy, you know they got vegan burgers? Imagine eating salad. Imagine being able to eat that bullshit salad in a burger, in a fucking burger. What, y'all can't do that? He was woke. He knew what time it was. I'm gonna leave that right there. Condolences to his family. For all his fans, his energy was very strong, bro. I feel it now, like his energy is strong. If you take care of yourself, you can connect with him. You can connect with him anytime. I don't. I know we don't understand why he did it, but it's like, the crazy thing is we just would never know. But one thing you really gotta understand, don't let his death take you further away from yourself.
For real.
Don't be out here feeling bad and all this. He won't want you to do that. He just wants you to know the truth.
You know how powerful he could have really be? He just didn't want it. He just gave another opening for someone else to go and just do it. Now they're gonna have to do it a way that they will be able to entertain correctly how they feel like they should be getting to revamp. It's a revamp, man. That's how it comes and goes, bro. You gotta make sure that you gotta be strong enough to come in the game and be able to take over. And be able to take over a time being, because not every stream could stream out for 24 hours and entertain for 24 hours the rest of their life. Come on, so you gotta be able to switch it up. Oh man, people dying, man. It's a tough story, man. But you know what I mean, like anything else, man. We're fighting and making sure that we always stay on top of ourselves. And staying heavily committed and knowing you want to see yourself grow old. You want to be able to look at yourself and be talking to your individual self and knowing that you're strong. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, you got to go for your inner self. You know what I mean? Your strength is more powerful than what you think it is. You know what I mean? And when I mean, if you don't have it or you look into people to find it, because remember, there's different types of spirits out there where it was like, you know, a competitive spirit. A lot of people have competitive spirits, and like when they really take into consideration and you want to compete against someone, you push yourself to the limits, and you know what I mean, you really try to figure out how much can you compete until that person is completely done with actually competing, and then you realize my fight is over. Is that it? You know what I mean? And you're always looking for challengers. But the one thing about it is, man, a lot of things are going on with people, man. To be totally honest, man, I am not a weak soul. I am not someone to give in. I am not someone to not hear ideas or thoughts that will basically require you to make smart decisions, making very smart decisions. You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on my YouTube. Let me go see. I'm seeing someone say something. Okay. I'm seeing someone say something. You're good at DC? Yes, I am good at DC, man. I have 5 characters. I'm working on the villain side right now. I am getting really strong in the game of knowing, understanding it, augments, working on experience on augments, likewise materials, looks, styles, feats, 350 skill points at least. Where is it? Can I show you? Right now this character has 277, but this is on my villain side. But my hero has 258 skill points, and if you know, you have to use money to actually get all those skill points transferred over from one character to the next character, and it takes a decent time to doing that, and especially takes some time. But the one thing about DC that I enjoy playing, it's a beautiful numbers game. The one thing about it is the understanding of playing with smart groups and accomplishing something. Time cast is of powers and interchanging effects that happen, and the styles in this game are amazing. And from what you see, this is the old style of Black Adam. I'm rocking the old style of Black Adam, and the one thing is just getting a correct name. But man, if you were a visionary from the beginning, you could see where the game was gonna go. You would have copped all the nice, good-looking names before anybody else, and then after took it out of the game, so you can always have them. One thing that I realized in the game, man, I tried to get the name as perfect as I possibly can, where people will still see not too much mistakes, but they will see a mistake in it. But the one thing about it is just like, I really am a DC Universe player, online player. I've been playing since 2011. I had the CD for the PlayStation 3. I bought 2 copies. It was something. This game has been with me for a long time. I fueled a lot of money into it. Likewise, timing and of my life on this game, a lot of my life is on this game. But I just want to be able to help other people and show them that this game is still fun to play. And you can learn life experience through games and knowing people and interacting with people and seeing what kind of people you will see. People who would help you, people who would encourage you, people who will put you in the wrong situations, people who will give you the right information, and basically to show you what is really important at the end of the day. And knowing even though you don't believe in a lot of this superpowered situation, the one thing that you will always learn in something game like this is the mental understanding of character types. Why do they do what they do? And at the beginning of the game, you get storylines and you get to see how people think and why characters make the decisions, and that's what opens up. And when you see these characters come up in the near future, when box office takes serious note about them and actually make movies about them or implement them in something, you are well knowing that you know a little bit more about that character than you used to. So you're always forever upgrading yourself on a daily basis or on a social basis when you are realizing it. And remember, characters nowadays, they used to wear tights and all this briefs. They used to call it briefs and all that stuff. Armory has changed, clothing has changed, material has changed, ideals has changed, their force of direction has changed. It's just going through life and getting older into the game and knowing how valuable that person is and realizing where do they really fit in their life and how you are able to implement them into a situation that will make you or empower you to knowing what you are really looking from in that character. I like Black Adam because, one, this is what happened. I'm going to tell you guys a story, so I'm going to just chill right now. So from what I know about Black Adam is he was a character that was given a power of Shazam through a mystical being or a mystical god that was able to see something in him. And basically he was given the rights to having this power. After he knew how much power he really had, he wielded it, and most definitely he was one of those guys who wielded his power and showed why he was so powerful. Not only that, he had a love of his life, and he dearly loved his wife. He dearly loved his girlfriend, and he would never want to do anything bad to hurt her or whatever. A plague came into their city, and a sickness came. He was not able to heal her, and because of the powers that he was risen with, he was not able to be touched by any sickness. Nothing could be able to touch him, and he was really powerful in that sense. And his wife was immortal, so she can die. He can't really die. But his natural form can die, but he's not allowed to say the words, and he found the secrets of before. This is what happened to the future now when I found out. And basically, this is how it happened. There was a child that was in his family that basically was able to do this, and he found out that he was going to be able to get strength. From what I know was he killed somebody to get this power, and they changed the story so many times that he took the power from somebody else and took the power and made it his own. And the one thing that he had to do was for him to get the power transferred, he used his I think because he was the uncle and whatever, he used the person who he killed as a blood sacrifice, and he took the power, and he was able to get it like that. So they really changed the storyline through many years and whatnot, and he's been trying to find a cure from ever since. He's been going down bad paths, and he's been trying to find out people who can resurrect her soul so she could come back. But knowingly, everybody he's come across has always said death and bringing back life is going to be a heavy cost, and people don't understand. When someone naturally dies, they have to just naturally die, and you're supposed to leave them. Bringing them back is going to cost a lot of things that you're going to have to do, that you go down really bad paths that will basically require you to doing things that you are going to sacrifice basically yourself for, you know, to bring back somebody. That's what they were saying, because with a price to bring back life from death is totally different. And basically what the whole point about this storyline is, Black Adam actually is a character that comes back into the future, and the wizard notifies and lets him know that he is one of the strongest that has the power over the years of being in that body form, because he knows what he needs to do. He has a focus, he has a drive, and he has an understanding of what he has to do. So you know what I mean, like, we all know The Rock is going to be the perfect guy to doing this thing, and you know, be sitting in this realm and stuff. Yes, it's a job, and he's going to have to do it, and he's going to have to, not, he doesn't have to necessarily, but there will be guys who will love to take this part, because this fame right here will get anybody on top of their game and put them on top. But to a point and moment, like, everyone knows that Black Adam is an amazing character. He is one of the strongest villains in DC. He is a power, he's a powerhouse himself, and he's not someone who is weak, and he's been around Earth for longer than Superman and all these other characters that you can name. So he has seen greed, he has seen all the souls of people, what they made, he's seen thoughtful hearts and all that type of stuff. So he's seen all of it. But the one thing about it is that from what they changed his storyline to, he didn't want to be weak. He never ever felt like he wanted to be weaker than anybody. He wanted to always be stronger than somebody, you know what I mean? So he has a really great storyline, and you know, it's going to be implemented in some type of way. They have to find and choose a certain vessel of the storyline of how he came. But the one thing about it is just that storylines is amazing, because that's what defines characters. That's what makes them who they are. That's what makes them how they act, how they do. And for anybody knows, you know, the government's the same way. Why do you do what you do? And that's what they ask people. And villains always say, they say their plot to their heroes before they do it, and if they come out with the output of knowing the plot, then they know where they're going to be targeting and how they got to approach them. But if they don't know their approach, then they don't know why they're doing that. Then that's what it turns out to be, a wild goose chase, and the detective has to come into it to find out what the hell's going on. So, you know what I mean, like, a lot of these characters have a lot of things. I'm gonna give you guys a scene cut to make you guys understand what I'm talking about, because, you know, these scene cuts are going to basically give you a little bit of understanding. And we're gonna just show you a little bit more about this. Bro, you stoned. Nah, not at all, man. Okay, so watch. This is a kid point of view.
The power to fight for love, hope, kindness, for the good in mankind. That's what I do. I'm Captain Marvel. I believe in doing what's right, helping other people, just trying to do the best you can. I know Black Adam was a champion of Shazam before me. Maybe, someday, he can be one again. Because no matter how dark it gets, I always have hope.
Okay, so that's a kid's point of view. You know what I mean? Because remember, eternally, Shazam is a kid. and you got to remember he still is. You know what I mean? This is the storyline of why I make characters like this, because, you know what I mean, you could be the next legend and you can make a character's name, and remember, you can realize that you could be a nobody or you could be a somebody, you know what I mean, depending on what you really want to do. Okay, so we're gonna go to another mindset, and we're gonna go and show you this is a grown man's point of view.
Every moment in the Phantom Zone is an eternity. Time to reflect on what should have been, of how my Sunstone fleet should have subjugated the galaxy if we had not been summoned back to a dying Krypton. Of Kal-El's adopted planet, Earth, which should be Krypton, born again. The Sunstone crystals hidden within Kal-El's Fortress of Solitude are the key. With those, I will restore the glory of Krypton. For General Zod is a survivor. I will survive this darkness, and I will see Krypton restored to greatness, no matter who stands in my way.
So let me just break that story down for you, like, you know what I mean? So from what you see, Zod is going to be the guy who wants to restore a situation for his dying planet. His dying planet was a star that was dying eternally inside. Something that scientists are built to try to figure out, how long do we have until we live on this earth? Or how long does the sun have until it actually goes out? Or how long does it take for us to rotate? Or, you know, this is what our geniuses of the world are planning to finding out. These situations, weather, why things happen the way they do, why are like, what's going on, like, can things like this be man-made or man-done? Can problems be like this? You know what I mean? We can't even find out how, we can't go even under 1,000 feet underwater and believe that we can come back up and see normal, the sky again. Like, there's creatures down there that we can't even see or even obtain to even understand or even believe that we can even imagine, because they can't even come up here, because from what a lot of basically scientists have figured out, when you go to a certain pressure point underwater and you come back up, you need to be contained. Your body will be so different, and likewise it would act differently, and you can die without being properly treated if you go under certain depths of water. Okay, but the whole point about it is that he was on a planet. He's obviously on a planet, and they did a mission. He was a soldier, basically like how we have soldiers getting fleets all over the place going to protect us from different planets and different things. They had different allies that was probably attacking, and that were probably other planets next to them. But something was going on where their planet was dying, and what happens was, you know what I mean, certain situations turns out that where they exploded, and surprisingly, Superman's father knew what was going on, and Superman was born, and the only thing that they were basically being able to do was send him through a ship that was going to send him somewhere else, that he was going to be able to be great and live. Because what happened was, he was the only life form that was going to live in that situation. But then years on from what we know, Brainiac attacked that place before and grabbed pieces. So there's a lot of things that's going on right now, and basically Zod is right now a soldier that basically let a feat, but he was able to. He was sent to the Phantom Zone. The Phantom Zone is a jail place. So basically, that's where you get convicted of crime, a big crime or whatever it is, and you get sent there, and then you are basically in a place where time feels like, so a minute feels like years. And then it feels like a century, you know what I mean? But the whole point is that Superman fights for a planet that is naturally made the way it is. It's going to be his home. It's called Earth. It's not Krypton. And basically what Zod sees is an opportunity to change the fortune of the human beings that live on Earth, and he's trying to change it and make it Krypton. So basically he wants to take one place that's not the same and put it into another perspective and change it into what it is. And Superman's right is to fight and likewise keep that balance towards keeping it the same, because it's Earth, it's not Krypton. And basically he's so old fashioned in his ways, he can't see another life. He only sees Krypton. Only he wants to be Krypton because he wants to see it happen to being Krypton again. He doesn't want to see what he sees now. He's basically an immigrant moving around planets and the world, outer space. He doesn't have a home no more because his home has been taken away because the planet was a star that ended up exploding and basically almost killing all life. Brainiac has a piece of, you know what I mean, but he needs to understand, to grow a population, he can bring the texture back of the population, but he can't bring the people back because he has to restore it. And you know what population is. He's gonna have to find a woman to do that with, and he can't do that at that time being on that pace. So he can't make clones, he can't do nothing. So there's people in the Phantom Zone that's right now, the Phantom Zone has never been destroyed yet. And there's still people in the Phantom Zone, and there's people that Brainiac has. That's the only thing that he has towards his people's name. So the one thing about it is he doesn't understand that his generation of people have died, and he's the only last pioneers of his people. So he's right now in a tight spot, but he's so stuck in his ways. And there's nothing else he could do. But he wants to see Krypton one more time. But he's so stuck in his ways. So there's an issue. He's in a wrong. He's in a complete wrong. And he's not gonna adapt. So the only thing to do is to remove him from the situation, and that's him himself. And you already know what happened in the movie with Superman. You know what I mean? There's all these type of like how people think. Why like Brainiac, you know what I mean? Like, you will see movies, you will come across this, and people do have debates and talk about it all the time, and you do not have to be stoned to actually be talking about this. But yes, stoners do watch this and play this too at the same time.
For humanity, he told me things, secrets the others did not know, but I should have known it was all a lie, that this was the point in history hid from me. Brainiac's avatars led their hosts against us. We pushed them back, day after day, a ceaseless barrage. But it wasn't enough. We had to strike the head of this link, so we took on the prime avatars themselves. That's when I realized I had miscalculated. That I had blinded myself into thinking that another me from another reality would have my interests at heart. I betrayed myself. Just when it seemed like my imposter was poised to get everything I deserved, another figure emerged from the future, one potentially more deadly than me.
So with that storyline, basically what happened was, I don't know if you're keeping up to what's going on, man. You got to be able to break down scenario types and really see what it is for what it is. And you got to understand that, you know what I mean, the way it looks is the way it sounds, man. You got to really go in depth into people's thoughts and really go into seriously seeing where their mind is really lying at. You can't hypocritically just judge them like that, because that's probably all they know. You know what I mean? That's all what they think is success, you know what I mean, to them. But from what we know from watching that scene cut is Brainiac is he's a being. That's our artificial life form. That's a being to think and process on measures that he makes decisions that humans won't make. He doesn't have no compassion. He has no heart, and he only makes decisions, and he's a collector. He is a collector. Brainiac at heart is a collector. Because why I say that is he takes portions of the greatest parts of people's place and keeps them in captive, and he sits in the middle of them. And he does this, why? He travels universes after universes after universes, collecting them. And do you not understand what I mean? So until his life form is completely diminished. But the one thing about it is that he sits in the middle, and he collects them and puts them in basically gratified space to show you how big space really is. They're so close in understanding that he keeps them so close in the way, the pattern that he was coming, like it was a line, his lifeline, and what he did. But not only that, he comes across many places and destroys them. Fights the greatest warriors. Takes amongst the greatest fighters. We haven't even seen the superheroes that DC hasn't even brought up, but the guys that he has thing. Brainiac alone has a storyline that is made for so much situations. It is over immense to think about it. And most people can't think about that capacity. And I know it's just weird to be saying stuff like that, but most people just don't even use their brain intelligently to understand what's going on. He has seen many heroes in many situations. Superman's father knew that a certain son was going to give him a certain strength. How? The technology that he was able to even put a man in a ship in a rocket and fly him off and toss him into somewhere that was going to be directly where it is. That was going to be a decision that what scientists do themselves to break the barriers of knowing what are people going to do. Or how are they going to think in certain moments like that. What makes them do a decision like that? Why do they make an action like that? How did he know it was going to work out like that in his favor? And he didn't. He just shot his kid in outer space and just thought it was going to work. He didn't live to knowing that his son is actually staying alive still. But he gave him situations where he would see, as Superman would know his own father and seeing storylines and how to bring him up as a man and listening to his fortune. And Superman knows his father to a certain standpoint, but he knows it from a hologram. Preparing him and really getting him focused. So it's like anything else. Like a business has something that they stand by and live by. And that's their guaranteed. That's the word. Like most people say that, you know what innovation is? Innovation doesn't mean, innovation has to be in every human being. It's a growing factor. It's called innovation is a growing factor in a human being. And innovation is basically knowing that you can look at yourself and take a picture today, tomorrow, the other day, and you can see transformation happening with anything you do. And that's what innovation is, man. Imagination, having innovation, and all of that type of stuff, man. Remember, these guys who have made these storylines, they're sitting on a multi-million-dollar scheme. Their individual character makes millions off of just looking, for people just knowing. So you can tell me what you want to say to yourself about, like, yo, you're stoned, you must be. You just don't have the capacity of understanding the fan base that stands behind these characters. Not everyone likes Superman. Not everyone likes Wonder Woman. Not everyone likes Brainiac. Not everyone likes Flash. There's only a certain amount of people who respect that, but there's diehard fans that respect people and live and stand by those people. Why? Because they must have heard or believed in them in some type of way. My character is going to be, obviously, I'm going to tell you that, Captain Atom. I'm not a Superman fan. Never been a Superman fan. Remember, I'm going to tell you, Superman is a control freak. Anybody who's a Superman fan needs to know, at the beginning of his stages, he's just a born leader to just because of the strength of how they look at him. But naturally, he understands afterwards when he gets older, they look to him more than than you usually know. And remember, he has an ear that can hear almost anything that crossed the world, and he zones into anybody who he really wants to listen to. So he can hear everything. There's so much things that Superman hasn't even achieved to knowing that he can do. He just has only touched a certain peak. But the one man who's always keeping on check on him is Batman. Always, always, always. Because remember, like Batman says, if you never think about a way to take me out, then that was your last threat to you, knowing that I could be the one to take you out. So believe me when I say this, man. It's more than what you guys think it is, man. I know this is just a game, whatever, whatnot, but we playing into people's storylines, bro. The NPCs are not just random people that you see. These guys actually have storylines. They have comic books coming out. They have publishers writing up on them. They always have people making decisions and making executive decisions on what they need to make them, how to make them stronger. Not too much OP where they can't be beaten, but strong enough to keep the viewers keep watching them and keep on believing how strong they really are. You know what I mean? There is so much more than you guys actually think about when you guys really see something like this. But remember, a leader is someone who can lead a group from one end to the next and take them to salvation and take them to and make sure that they know you can solve it. You know what I mean? Not everyone has this encouragement that I have, man. You know what I mean? Staying alive is not something that I'll do. The game has been programmed. Tanks, healers, trollers, DPS in the back. Reason why they say this type of stuff is because tanks are naturally given the most health to doing what they need to do. The healer now is capable of healing through as much as damage as they can possibly deal out to a certain standpoint with enough defense to keep them alive. A troller gotta keep pushing the healer and the tank to keep going on and keep pushing. A DPS, they're snipers. They're supposed to stand away from the distance of situations and kill you from a distance. That's how they get it to you. But if you can't see how the game works, bro, and you just go recklessly and say, yeah, man, I'm gonna start swinging and fighting, and then it's like, oh, yo, he beat me because he knows how to fight. Why do you think he knows how to fight? There's a whole book on how to fight properly. You know what I mean? It's actually using it and how they implement it, bro. It's situations how to do this. There's situations how to do this, man. But I'm not making it seem like, you know, I have it all answered out. I would just tell you like this. I can tell you, encouragement wise, I know most of them more than others. And growing up as being a troll in this game, I have seen situations. Guys don't really have leadership. Guys don't really know how to put a group in situations where they will stay alive. There's a lot of situations that I got into groups. I haven't heard too much people leading any situation. Just hoping people know what they're doing. You see that thing, that feeling? Hoping they know what they're doing as what they're doing. That's why society has to be looked at as a grade level. You can't believe everyone's on the same page. And it's the same thing. Certain characters trained to be strong, trained to be in situations, trained to know what's going to happen in situations. Why do you think they have cars that have accident situations before they put them on the road? So they know how much damage can happen. It's a liability. They know what's going on and know how to stop it from actually happening. It's called lawsuits too. It's a real fact, man. People had to go through things before you actually had to see it. Now if you drive a 2019 car, you're going to be considered to be in a safe car that anybody can't say nothing to you in. You driving a 1955 car, you're not going to be safe if you get in an accident. These things are planned to happen in the way it is. Society is only growing. Individual minds is only growing. And if you want to stay in your dumb ways, you can go and stay in your dumb ways, man. You don't have to be on anything to be actually smart. You don't actually have to be on anything. Because if I told you this game is repetitive, you come onto the game. If I had to tell you how to improve every day of your life of doing this game, I would tell you the same thing. New DLC comes out, they have missions. They're going to leave them on the right hand side and they're going to give you objectives that you have to do every single day. Do that for the next 6 to 7, 8, 9 weeks, 10 weeks at most. You have the top gear. Last but not least, if you're walking into something, they tell you how to do it when you're working on feats. They're going to tell you exactly what you need to do, and you're going to get the feat that's going to make you stronger. Okay? After you do that, you get it completed. After it gets completed, it adds to your skill points and makes you so much stronger. And not just only that, it doesn't stop. The cap is never stopping because they add new things to the game all the time. If you are behind a DLC, you're not going to be caught up to everybody's skill points. To someone who's grinding maybe 10 hours, 11 hours a day of their life, 1 day a week or whatever it is. But remember, you're not on the same page as everybody else. Because if I told you, most people are not on the same page as me, they're not on the same page as me, man. I heard a funny quote the other day. Listen to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You hear a dread man who has a lot of hair and stuff like that, and then after you hear he's like, yo, my hair is long, but I have a full head of hair. Do you listen to what I'm about to say? This is gonna catch a lot of people. I have a full head of hair, but I have long hair. But I have a full head of hair. Take it in. Just to let you know, there's triple points this week, so please get involved. This will be the best time to getting involved into the game. I know, like, my chat room might be, I'm not bashing anybody, I'm not dissing anybody, and I am definitely not getting at anybody. I will not get at how you live or how you want to live. There is successful groups out there. If you want to be a successful group, you know how to be in a successful group. If you don't know what successful is, it's like anything else. It's completing, you know what I mean, a semester, a term, a year, getting something done where you feel like you're success. You want to hit a certain number, you gotta grind for that number. You gotta do endless things to get that number. You gotta meet certain people. You gotta be able to promote yourself in the right way. You gotta do certain things. And then people say fake it till you make it. Do a bunch of stuff. You're gonna see a lot of things deter you. You gotta do this. You've been lying to this. You've been doing that. You've been truthful in the game. You can honestly go through this game and feel good about yourself. There's a lot of things, man. Resentment. There's a lot of things that you gotta take into consideration. I'm going down that path. But remember, I'm going to tell you no lie. Like, I'm not going to tell you no lie. I'm going to do this to my best ability, and I could care less who comes and goes out of my life, because I know that at the end of the day, this is my circle, and I bring whoever needs to be in my circle. If you need help, I will definitely try to help you and guide you. And my importance is to help you be a cornerstone in a situation where you can be able to help a group out, or whoever you mentor and help, and really go down to figure out why am I doing this? Okay? That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I might have bigger plans for individuals or for people who want to see more happen for them. Like, I might have bigger plans for them, you know what I mean? That's just simply as it is, you know what I mean? So, like, as much as I can possibly help, I'm gonna try, you know what I mean? That's just basically what you start. Like, I play rugby and a try is a bucket, you know what I mean? That's just basically what it was. I had a coach. I was not so like anything else, you know what I mean? You don't feel encouraged about something, you don't feel like you could do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can hear a lot of no's, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm scared to ask people about something, you know what I mean? I'm never scared to ask about people, you know what I mean? About any situation. I have never been a beggar in my lifetime. I have never been asking people for help. I don't do that. But when I do ask for help, it necessarily means that most likely it feels like a two-man that job until it's been proven a non-fact that you're telling me you don't feel no pain doing it, you don't feel nothing doing it, you're not gonna feel like this and you're doing this. Where is the pain happening? You don't like. There's so many situations that come involved into this situation that you know to yourself that you're putting yourself and you're working yourself even more. But you know what I mean? Like these items, before you know, like you could be gone, and I heard so much people dying so far. Like, you know what I mean? But like that item will always still be there. You know what I mean? Like this will always still be here. You know what I mean? To a certain standpoint. But my whole point is, what I'm trying to say is, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Individuals know it, you know what I mean? I got a fundamental sound. Maybe they're not used to being taught like this and actually being focused on and actually being taught to knowing how to play. But as soon as you realize and you know how to play this game and you realize what you need to do, then you can choose to yourself if you really want to play this game more anymore, or do you do want to play this game. That's just basically what it is. And for the people who do want to pay, I'm really trying to seriously talk to the people who want to spend that monthly payment or that monthly fee and really do its stuff and achieve its stuff and work with somebody who might get the job done quicker than the next guy, and be like, yo man, I don't know about him, you know what I mean? But like, I'm just one of those guys. I'm just one of those guys, you know what I mean? Like, if when I was Rage, I couldn't do this long DPSing. I had to be up close. But now, because I'm so far, yeah, I can be far away doing all this. You know what I mean? I can be far away doing all this. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. This game used to be a stress, and now it's not a stress no more. It's just one of those things that turns about to be tedious. But if you're always pushing yourself, you're competing against a group that's trying to be strong enough together. They're going to be individually good, but they're going to be strong with a group. But the one thing I would say to you is, like, it's a pie graph chart. You got 8 people who have a fluctuation in skill points, in gear, and all that stuff, and then you do everything so good. Imagine if I said a boss has a certain amount of life and you took off only 25%, a guy took off 7%, another guy took off 5%, and another guy was able to take 2%. That's how much you know how strong you really are. When you can take so much space up in someone's mind and knowing how strong you are. You know what I mean? And in certain HP life. You know that's a real big situation. I like looking at numbers, big numbers, and say, like, you know, negative it. And see how much I can take, how much I took off of it. Negative wise. You know what I mean? Lifetime wise, like, what did I do? And how much negative did I see come off of it? And right there and then, you just know you are a big number. You are a very big number. See? I had an AoE effect. If I kept on fighting, it would have been a problem. You got to be able to learn animations and stuff, man. I'm so sorry for the guys who didn't get the paper so you guys can read the manual to play the game. You know, the funny thing about it is the manual actually explains everything that happens in this game. You know what I mean? I sold it, but it explained everything that you are able to do in this game. But surprisingly, knowledge is passed down through knowing, and I can always teach something. But the updates, there's no manual for it. There will just be videos explaining what happens or how you get to be this strong, you know what I mean? But everything from the beginning still applies, you know what I mean? How to play the game and whatnot. guess I'm gonna start making thumbnails and stuff. You know, it's better than nothing because I'm not a natural healer. See, and now I'm gonna have to take the criticism of knowing that you're gonna call me not like I'm not that a good healer. Naturally, when I'm not a healer, that's not what I came in here for. But I'm trying. You see? So that's just basic what it is. And when you come to your realization, you know what I mean? You're trying. You're trying something. You know what I mean? You're not thinking for yourself. You're thinking for somebody else because the group needs to complete this because it's a group thing. It's just not a me thing. And I know that to myself, like, yeah, I know this needs to work, but I'm not a healer. I'm not naturally a healer, but I'm trying. But there's other people in the group, you know what I mean, that probably have the healing power that changed into a healer that's going to help. It's gonna make that much of a difference. You know what I mean? It's gonna make that much of a difference. Let's see what he says. Got to go wait. Gotta wait 2 hours. Damn right. Then you are on, my brother gets on my PlayStation before I can get hopefully first. So yeah, I'm gonna try to run all the nice missions and get these points, but yeah, I basically got on this side for you. I was waiting for you. I was hoping that you would see me on, and I was gonna be able to get your attention where we can actually be able to meet up and do something, you know what I mean, and get better, and hopefully see you on this level of platform before the new DLC comes out. Man, there's a lot of DLCs, man, that people are missing, that they're just jumping and skipping, man. But yeah, I came out for you. One thing that I'm happy about, I'm having good power coming towards me, so I can spam all my healing situations so I can keep. But this is difficult, man, because I don't see the numbers jumping and ticking. Feels like low heals. I'm happy this way got your attention, man. see what else he said. Okay, he's giving me another hour. But to get on in a couple minutes. Yeah, no problem. I'll be on. I just wanted to make sure that I was able to have spend some time with you, and likewise, it's your birthday very soon, so maybe he might be doing you a favor. So that could be another good thing about it too. But yeah, that's what I got on this side for me and you to play. You know what I mean? Like I was hoping I was gonna grab your attention some way and somehow, but you know what I mean? Like it worked out for the best. I did say I was gonna be back and I was gonna stream. I didn't make this stream anything serious, but I'm gonna make some thumbnails in a matter of a couple minutes and actually be able to properly adjust this and make it the way it is. Yeah. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So let me go do that right now. I found this nice thumbnail that I wanted to put up for the first video, but I'm gonna make this the second one for today. The turnouts are really good. I appreciate everyone who steps in, even giving their opinion about what the situation is, or even asking for help, or wanting to know what videos might be coming up next, or any ideas of videos, or anything that comes into plot that I'm able to do for the time being, because we have Canada Days coming up very soon. On Monday, it's going to be a traditional holiday for our country itself. It's going to get a little bit older. Our country is just for our own independence and all that nice stuff, and celebrating on the behalf of that time, and likewise being able to be calling us Canada. You know, it's going to be really pretty big. And every year that goes by, it's another something to celebrate and whatnot. To be Canadian, or you know what I mean, for anybody who is American or lives in another country, they have a day where they celebrate their day of independence. So you know what I mean, that day for us is coming up very soon. So I can't wait to see what I'm able to do this weekend as like videos and stuff like that, and get some good footage. So I'm working on that. And remember, if you have any opinions about anything that is in the game, I will try to make a video surrounding that, and most likely most people will be thinking the same way you are. It just comes out to being you have to ask the right question, or continue to figure it out, or look up on stuff, or try to do your research. Like anything else, history class is about research. You know, you open up a book, there's a certain page that you have to go to, and basically that page will give you the answer that you're looking for. But if you can't find it there will be other places that you can look. Everyone knows, man, museums, there's all these places where you can get all this information about individual people, and why are they so popular in knowing the history of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like it's very important. It's just very important to do your history, man. Do your history. It's really important. Very important. Okay. Okay, what's going on? Logging on. Alright, good news, good news, good news. You can send me an invite as soon as you get there. I will accept it. And remember, if you are going to play with me, I want you to be the navigator of what you need to be done. I don't want to be able to be like, what do I need to... I don't need to be telling you what you need, because what I'm coming to do is making sure that together as a group, the one thing that I would like to let you know is the event version side you always need to knock out. That's going to have the gear that you're always going to get better and stronger when you do it. So I'm going to let you know it every single time. But I'm not going to leave you alone, but sometimes it's okay. Just ask me a question. Just like, if you can ask me a question, it basically, you know what I mean, ask smart questions, you know what I mean? Like, I will tell you if you're not asking a smart question or not, man. There's a lot of situations, but, like, you got to ask questions. You're 237 now? Oh my gosh, you getting strong. You getting stronger. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, he sent me his name, so now I got his name. Okay, good. Alright, so we're making some progress. I gotta add him on my hero side and make that work. Okay. That's really good that he followed rules, man. There's gonna be a giveaway coming on next week. I don't know how much the prize money is going to be, but it's going to be decent where someone's gonna be able to do something with it. And it's going to be good. It's gonna be lit. So stay tuned for that. You will be hearing the information very soon. I'm gonna make a video about that one, and that video is gonna basically taking place and letting you guys know what's going on with that situation at hand. And I have done giveaways before. I gave away PSN cards, $50 PS cards, $25 PSN cards, and the turnout was really good, you know what I mean? And they got it. They were able to type in the code and all of that nice stuff, because I'm not someone to be playing with you like that, because I have no time to be playing with you like that. All I need to know is that you are going to be a supporter, in knowing that when you hit that subscribe button, you are going to come around as much as you possibly can and grabbing some understanding of what's going to happen soon. Your Doomsday is looking amazingly good. You've been working on him. I would definitely tell you that you've been working good, and you basically are looking better and better every time I'm seeing you. And by far, I think you are the best Doomsday that I have seen in this game by far. Okay, so it's good to see people who do that and take serious pride in their styles and looks, because that means that you are really out there in the game and really figuring out and finding certain situations that people are liking. Like the other time, I seen a kid, you know, Baby Nape was a very popular style. I asked the kid, I pulled up on a kid, like, I was just like, yo, that kid's wearing some fresh gear right now. You know what I mean? I don't care what you can say, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Most people from different things, Baby Nape is fresh. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I ended up seeing this kid rocking it, and I walked in. He was in the salon. I didn't know why he was in there, but he's like, my mom bought it for me. I pulled up on him nice and smooth. He got so scared. When I mean, like, he's like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, kind of like, you know, and then I'm like, he kind of like leaned back, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna hurt you or anything, like, you know. But he's like, where'd you get your outfit, like your Baby Nape stuff? He's like, I don't know, my mom just bought it. And I was just like, yo, look at this kid. He was so scared, bro. He was so scared. And then after, you know what happened? I had to do my research, go travel around cities and travel around certain places, and then I found where the Baby Nape was, and I caught myself some Baby Nape, and then I was bagging that out. You know what I mean? So, been trying to find on a horn style that would look close to Doomsday. Yeah, you know what I mean? If Doomsday even took a look at you, I think from right off the bat, just a blink, he might have said, oh, is that me? You know what I mean? If he looked in the water and then looked at that, you might have looked at that was you. That was him. Bruh. It's tough. It's actually tough. He has a couple styles that he's rocking right now. But queue up the event version of what's it called? JOD Pug Place. and the alert, and we can definitely knock those out, man. And we're gonna get triple points. Or we can do this. We can pick up the side missions, okay? We can pick up the side missions, and we can help you with those, so you can get those points. Like, I don't mind. It's just that we gotta stay active. I'm not someone to just stand around and do nothing. I can do that when I'm dead. You know what I mean? I have no time to be doing that. So, yeah. Gotcha. Alright, cool. Alright, let's get to it. How we getting to it?
Ah, the Oblivion Bar.
Making
Best supernatural pub this side of Tartarus. Leave any gripes or grudges at the door. Last thing I need is some mate of mine causing trouble in my bar tab coming due.
I'm pretty sure they've given up hope of you ever paying off your debts. I suppose you also conned someone to get those, what did you call them?
Ear whinges. Lovely for hearing the thoughts of demons. Hey mate, take a lap. Listen for dirt on this deal going down.
I don't like bugging
or
people.
if anyone fancies yours truly.
You wish.
Did that once with an Ifrit. Didn't turn out so well.
Yeah, I'm just over here trying to get this stream thing going, making it much more glow. Would you be able to go talk to those demons and try to figure them out? I think they're more scared of you than me. Oh man.
Kid will pay a fortune for the key.
All right, I got him.
Found the cellar, eh? Let's have a bit of a chinwag.
Get ready with your loadout. These guys are gonna be action.
All right, you blighter. We know about the deal. Don't bother trying to run. Z already set up a teleport block. Unless you want to see her do another magic trick, you'll tell us what we want to know.
Or I could try out my new Saw the Demon in Half trick. I've almost got it working.
No, wait. You don't need to saw anything. The 7 spells of Shazam are at the other side of the bar, in the booth.
You two better just take this and be on my way. And since we can't have you following me, come all ye to this witch's defense.
Alright, let's get to it.
I'll drag you down to hell with me. I'm John. Time to run.
Hands off. The audience isn't.
I'm trying to crit for like probably 10k. I'm trying to see 10k.
You shouldn't have done that. Watch the outfit, Buster. I shall resist your evil.
Clarion nicking the 7 spells of Shazam means he's probably trying to get inside the Rock of Eternity.
Good
But
look,
why?
man. We look
Worry
good.
about
We
that
look
later.
good.
I need to trace his
You got a
teleport
whole
now if I
loadout.
want
That's how I
follow
know
him to
you're
the
good.
rock.
You're skilling out there, man. You got a whole loadout that you're working with. I like it. You don't look like you're randomly just pressing buttons. It's tough. It's tough.
Clarion must be up ahead, so watch out for traps. He's not the strongest agent of chaos, but he has plenty of tricks up his sleeve.
I gotta check something out for a second, man. I think I'm not hitting that high, man. I think I'm missing something.
Nothing up my sleeve.
Yeah, that's what's going on. I need to go to my base. I don't have it. Okay, that's why my generator mods are not working. That's why I'm not hitting that high. That's how I know I don't come on this side that much, man. When that stuff is not working and stuff, that's a problem, man. This could be going so much faster, but it looks good though. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like we're not having a good time doing what we do.
You followed me here? Bad idea. Grow, Tickle! Destroy these pests!
Z, a little help, please.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Don't touch the cat. Just watch what happens.
I think I have a spell that works.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Magic's enough.
Is there a feat with the cat? Yeah, so what happens is the cat spits out these balls, right? And you're not supposed to be touched by them. So you're supposed to be burn the cat before she actually spits out those hairballs. And when she throws, and if you dodge it throughout the whole time, and then you beat Tinkles, it's a feat. So we basically lost out. I think I got hit first, but I'm not too sure if you got it. I'm not too sure. You might have got it by luck, but if you didn't, then that's exactly how you're supposed to do it. Don't get hit by the hairballs. The thing that she spits out. Yeah.
Bollocks! Clarion's gone. Is that a broken tomb? What were you up to, you bugger? Hello, love. It's the Historama. If I can activate it, I can find Clarion anywhere.
In a list of your absolute worst ideas, that has to be in the top 3.
Oi! Historama! Do your thing!
What
I gotta
are
start
you
getting
doing
you
in
the
the
picture,
Rock of
man.
Eternity? You trashed that tomb, and now you're stealing the
Lunge
Historama.
him, yo. As soon as he come out the scene,
Sparkles.
lunge
I'm
him.
not gonna keep the
He's
bloody
gonna go.
thing.
He's gonna
I
try to
don't
go
need the
punch
wisdom of
his entire.
Solomon
I'm
to
gonna
know
go.
better than to
I'm gonna
trust
knock him out
John
first.
Constantine.
Calm down, everyone. Shazam, we can explain.
Sod that. We need the Historama to catch up to Clarion. Let's go.
Give it back, Constantine.
What's dead?
You hold off Sparkles.
That's
I'll
not
figure out the
nice.
Historama.
I've decided. This is your all-time worst idea. Shazam is too powerful, but I think I can turn his strength against him. My counterspell will divide Shazam's power into orbs of positive and negative energy. Recombine them near Shazam to set off an explosion.
Oh, I hit for 18k. Got my crit.
You're just an overgrown bully. You're strong, but I'm stronger.
$17k.
Ah, blimey. Little bugger doesn't want to open for me.
Shazam, we need your help. Clarion broke in here first. We followed him, but he got away. We think he's tied to the entity in the sky over Gotham.
I'm sorry, I got a little carried away with defending this place. What's happening in Gotham affects us all. I'd be happy to help, so long as Johnny Conjob leaves my stuff alone.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this place. It's just okay. I am about to do laser feet on events. Laser feet. You need 4 people on the same wavelength. You can't do it with just 2 people. I have a video. I have a video on my my YouTube. I literally had to. I had to make a group from scratch. I used 3 people that I knew and then 1 person that was from the LFG chat. We failed 5 to 6 times as a group, and then we got it on the 7th try, and then after we knocked it out, we got in, we completed it. Okay, what I need to do is I need to get up. I need to go to my base. Okay, give me a moment. I'm gonna go to my base quickly. Do I have a base? Yeah, I do. Okay. Okay, that's my PvP. Where's my DPS? Alright, so we got those generators working. Let me see how I expect. Okay, not bad. Gotta go to... I just want to be able to grab all the pieces I possibly need. I hope you're in Chaos Gotham Gate. Okay, so, like, because you can get some mad points. Okay, let's go.
So many different types of demons. It's exhilarating, isn't it?
People are more tolerable as my soulless minion.
Thank you for saving those people. I'm sure they were grateful.
You kicked that demon lord's keister butt good. Get it? But
without those giant demons to marshal their
I'm an
forces,
actor,
they remain
not a
scattered
comedian.
and disorganized.
All right.
Welcome to Argus, where the Yank government dabbles with heroes in tights and arcane forces better left alone. Steve Trevor's the big dog round here. He's got a not at all pretentiously named Black Room. They keep all kinds of trinkets there that may help us take on the flying Tagliatelle monster in the sky. These Argus agents have been right bollocks. I can smell Faust's rotting magic from here. A bit like brimstone mixed with old socks. These laser traps look to have a timed rotation. I'll meet you on the other side when you figure it out. What? I'm not your taxi service.
I need a med kit. Fall back. That's all you got. I need a med kit.
Argus recently came into the possession of the crime Bible, and they're holding it at their HQ. Steve Trevor's running that operation these days, and while I know he's a good man,
Let's go to the corner.
I never trust the government to do the right thing, especially when it comes to dangerous weapons.
Cover me. I need a med.
Doomsday, over here. Stay in this corner, over here, because there's gonna be AoE attacks.
Fall back. I need a med kit. Cover me. That's all I got. Fall back. Turret defenses. Cover me.
What? Now we have turrets to worry about too? Oi, look, if you plant your bums at those turrets and take control of them, you can use them to blast those jokers into submission.
You're right, bollocks, now.
I need a med kit. Retreat. Cover me. I need a med kit. Fall back.
Yo, get in my orbital. Not on my orbital, but my. Wow.
That's all you got. Retreat.
Clear off, Duffer.
Take them down. Cover me. I need a med kit. That's all. Retreat. I need a med kit.
What a pox!
Fall back.
John Constantine, if I find out you're behind this...
Steve Trevor, just the man I wanted to see. Felix Faust is the one who did this to your...
Damn it. This better not be a con, Constantine. Open the vault, people. Damn, Constantine was telling the truth.
My master thanks you, fools, for keeping the most powerful arcanum on Earth in one convenient place. The Spear of Destiny is ours. I ask the demon, who among men would steal armor and sword of the mighty Etrigan? Come, demon, reclaim your mail. Destroy these thieves. Make them wail.
Etrigan comes, summoned and bound, to recover his armor. A faithful hound.
Ah.
I can see that you really, really like me. So much so, I'll make more
Threat
with
level
glee.
alpha. Fire at will.
Ah. Only pain. Nice try.
Bloody hell, Etrigan's a right piece of work. Watch out for his tricks. There are plenty of toys in here for him to use.
My oh my, what have we here? So many tools for me to commandeer.
Look sharp. The demon is eyeballing the artifacts.
No mere man defeats a trick.
Magic's a nasty game.
try to overcome Etrigan's spells by getting the artifacts back into their cells. Bollocks! Now he's got me rhyming.
My glorious old armor, I have not seen it. Watch as I animate it, releasing it from its cage. Only pain do you gain.
Etrigan's armor is trying to take down Constantine's protective circle.
You've earned my ire. Let me. Fire. No mere magnet. Oh, that hurt. These artifacts are mine to unleash, Constantine. You putting them back is quite rude and mean.
Oi, I got the artifact under partial lockdown, but Etrigan can still draw energy from the bugger until I lock it away completely.
Now that I have my armor, I'll enchant it to be Legion, this battle to settle. Nice try. I do not die. This business done, I bid you farewell. Should you need me again, just ring me in.
Bollocks! Faust with the spear of bloody destiny. He could break the world even without that rip in the sky. Steve-O, any chance I could check out some mojo from your lending library?
I'll tell you what, John. We've been looking for the Mark of Cain and Book of Lilith recently. You help Argus recover them, and we'll talk. They're in a village near Markovia, but intel suggests they're well defended.
That's the last bleeding artifact that Brimstone Breath will be pulling out of Argus's pockets. I've locked the rest away. Fascists, vampires, and zombies. Oh my! I'm going to enjoy tearing this place a new one. Fascists are the real monsters here. They're using the Book of Lilith to create all kinds of other nasties. The Mark of Cain seems to have upped the ante, allowing these buggers immortality by becoming bloodsuckers.
I present you with the Mark of Cain, mistress.
Your actions nurture entropy, helping it grow like a deadly vine. Continue, and your cult may yet earn a place among the Lords of Chaos.
Damn! She took the Mark of Cain with her!
Ah, intruders! Master, aid your faithful servant.
You dare enter my home. Your blood will fuel me as my shadows blanket the world. Oh, before your master. Minions, come! Protect your master!
This Fanger has control over the dark. Light him up and use those flames of Van Helsing to smite anything he pulls out of his wee bag of tricks.
If you can remove those pockets of shadow with the magical flames, it'll limit his resources.
Father Cain,
Those monsters are made out of pure darkness. Tala taught the leech as well. Use whatever you got to take them down.
He's using the darkness to heal. Keep him away from the shadows or blast them away with the flames.
Bloody hell!
I am immortal. You cannot end me.
Boy, that's no wee beast. Looks like every time the fascist bloodsucker summons a bigger shadow beast, it drains away a pool of darkness.
Father Cain, aid your child now. You dare strike me? Mother Lilith, lend me your power. Minions, come. Protect your master. I will tear you apart.
There's nothing I can't handle.
I am immortal. You cannot end me.
Ew! Gross!
We lost the Mark of Cain, but at least we took down this so-called Order of Eternal Night.
Oi! I've got the Book of Lilith!
Well, that's something. Take it, Constantine. I'll get you the rest of the crime Bible. The Book of Lilith is just an excerpt after all. I'll expect them back as soon as that rift over Gotham closes.
Of course, Steve-O. You know me.
That's what worries me.
Doomsday loses the way. Alright. We got some raids. And we can do the open world. You can queue up for the raids and stuff. Let's see if you have done it. Especially queue up sharded Gotham. If you can hear me. Yeah. So either or. Making some progression.
Amanda Waller here. You have been appropriated by the Suicide Squad. You will comply and work with the members of Task Force X until the objective is complete. Failure to do so will result in your termination.
We invoke the power of the Crime Bible. Let he who would break and enter our world be revealed.
Order and light. We invoke your powers on high.
Oi, something's following our scrying spell back to its source.
It's too powerful. We must cease the divination ritual.
Too late. Something's already got hold, trying to break into the house.
Holy moly! Where'd the crime Bible go?
The House of Mystery hid it from the invaders and us. It'll be somewhere in the house. Lady Bats and I will help the Fellowship hold off the invaders and shut that portal. Z, take the others to grab the bleeding crime Bible.
The House of Mysteries fighting friend and foe like we're all viruses. Stay vigilant. Saying something. Make another protective poppet. You did it! Let's never talk about this again. This book has been enchanted to hide what it truly is. Nope, that's magic for dum-dums. John may want to read that. One of you needs to act as a medium. You won't be harmed, probably. I think the house is manifesting spirits from Madame Xanadu's seances. If we can complete the ritual, it should put the spirits to rest so we can get to the crime Bible. Now we need to channel magic into each of the candles. One of the candles has lost its charge. Someone re-empower it. We've banished the spirits, and the seance is complete. Say you and other magic words. I thought Johnny Thunder borrowed that. Sargon the Sorcerer's autobiography. It might be good, but he wrote in ancient Sumerian, so who knows? The end of our mummy issues. Adventures of Ali Cadabra. That's a surprisingly good graphic novel. All those bats turned into copies of the crime Bible. We need to check each one of them. Finally, the real crime Bible. I'll let John know we're on our way.
Hey, Z, you all right? I'm watching your pattern and you guys are all over the place.
We're right in the middle of a game of hide and...
Need help? I can...
Okay.
We got the...
Thanks for finding the crime Bible for us. We'll take that.
What have you done to Fate?
He wanted the Mark of Cain, so I gave it to him.
Now the Mark of Cain and the crime Bible belong to our master.
Fate, do as the Mark of Cain commands. Destroy your friends.
What have they done to me? I do not want to fight you, but I cannot resist.
The souls bound to Fate are empowering him. In order to unbind him, I need a particular spell book and reagents to cast the spell. First, someone go and fetch Spells of Binding and Blinding Volume 2. I'll cast a spell to reveal it.
So long as the Fellowship is bound, you cannot defeat me.
Take your allergy meds. Avoid those seeker demons. I think they're looking for magic. The unbinding spell calls for a petal from a flower known as hellebore. I saw one on an end table in the library.
The voices. Too many voices.
I can revive one of them. Who should it be? I'm ready for another.
I'm up. I'll help in any way I can.
Grab someone for me to help.
Back in the fight, ready to help the Fellowship.
Thank you for stopping me.
The Mark of Cain is strong enough to take even fate's will. Armed with it, our enemies grow ever more powerful.
The portal they opened was a one-way tunnel to Limbo Town. I'm going after them. Who else fancies a trip?
The magic that turned Dr. Fate against us still lingers. I'll stay with the Fellowship to wipe the house clean.
All I know is they took the crime Bible and we need to get it back. I'm with the hunting party. Let's move.
Hey, it's Z. How's it going in Limbo? Don't I know it?
Pain is chaos. We cannot be stopped. Oh. You will never defeat me. Your efforts are wasted.
First, Clarion brought those outsiders from the blue rafters, and now more enemies of Croatoan have arrived.
What are things coming to? You shall pay for this. Oh.
I told you not to use your stupid soulless here, Faust. They're terrorizing my home.
Don't be naive, witch boy. The Master requires the animus of your people to help him recover his full power.
What? No, he can't.
Oi, wankers! It's time to hand over the artifacts.
Start with the crime Bible.
Do not seek to intimidate them, little bat. They are much more frightened of me than of you. The Crime Bible, the Spear of Destiny, and the Mark of Cain, they all belong to Mordru.
Yeah, I'm still here. I seen your name. I'm gonna add you when I get on my hero side.
You shouldn't have followed us to Limbo Town.
I decree enough. Bring me the people of Limbo Town so that I may feed on their life force.
Croatoans, hear me. By my power, you shall obey. March towards the Soul Well and give your lives to Mordru.
No, this is not what we agreed to. These are my people.
You will submit, witch boy.
Cringe before my power.
An action you regret.
Cannot be stopped by murder.
You are not welcome here.
Knowledge is power.
Save Limbo Town, please.
An action is better.
We cannot be stopped.
Your doom awaits. Your soul is lost. Oh! Impudent mortal!
Incompetent fool!
We cannot stop.
Your efforts are wasted.
Ah!
You shall pay for this.
Curses!
You dare!
I do as I
Come, Faust. My true destiny awaits.
I just wanted some fun, but my people weren't supposed to get hurt.
Time to spill, you little
Hold
skiver.
it. Can't you see the kid's ready to talk?
I'm not a kid! You want Mordru? Fine! He's going to Gotham to take control of the beast from beyond. I thought it'd be funny to watch all the chaos, but Mordru and Faust ruined it! Let me help Limbo Town recover, and I swear I won't get in your way.
Alright, we'll queue up for the next one. Got it, gotta go. Alright, alright. It was fun though, man. I think your CR went up. But yeah, man, you be doing something good. Have a good one. You're about to make that stroke. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, that would be cool. If we could do that, that would be really cool.
Thanks. Hopefully this thing is doing some serious damage to that demonic invader.
Alright, have a good one. I'm still gonna be here. I'm gonna do that last one. How do you get auras? You can get them from Promethean lockboxes. Or you can go in the broker. Booster bundles. Or someone could give it to you.
This is Waller. You are now assigned to the Suicide Squad. By now, you are intimately aware of our arrangement. Cooperate with the members of Task Force X, or I yank the leash connected to that collar.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna kick your ass, but good, Faust.
Wanna see something cool?
Pew, pew.
Hell
crazy may make you stronger, but you're crazy! Let the wisdom of Solomon calm you.
I should have known better than to count on you, Faust. This beast will make better use of your power than you ever could.
Mercy, Dark Lord! Ah!
I don't want to see that thing get a bellyache.
I'm being very, very, very slow right now with this stuff. Why am I doing that? I'm like nearly like falling asleep. Yeah, this character is a villain. Yeah, I would tell you, I'm no lie, the hero side is way more populated.
I'm weary of all this dickering. Come to me, if you dare! I control the Spear of Destiny, the Mark of Cain, and the Crime Bible. You are powerless before me. pitiful. You will pay for that. I am invincible.
If you lose control, you'll hurt us all.
A paltry attack. What are you doing? You are Mordru's to command.
Didn't listen, did you? I told you that thing was gonna break free.
No. Back. I am the Dark Lord. Ah!
Ta-ta, Mordru. Right, we've still got to deal with that thing, or we're all bollocks.
But no pressure, right?
The Harbinger is damaging our psyches.
That is how we do it in the 25th century. Zap. 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 Zap.
I'll save you from the madness.
Bollocks!
The Harbinger can't scare us. I'll save you from the madness. The Harbinger can't scare us. Let the wisdom of Solomon calm you.
I'll show you, Scary.
Let the wisdom of Solomon calm you. I'll save you from the madness.
The Lords of Order should be able to close that crack in the sky now. In the meantime, I've got an ibis stick, chock full of power.
That power is not yours to command, John Constantine.
You say that, but it's in my stick, innit?
Let it go, John. That much power could corrupt the noblest soul, much less yours.
I will, love. Just gonna settle a few debts first.
Damn it. Typical John. I'll work with the Lords of Order to put Gotham right. If you ever need anything from me, I'm there. Just say the magic word.
If not for you, that creature would have devoured the world.
Not too bad. Looking good.
Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Joker's Room of Fun, Mayhem, and Prizes. What will it be? Something to flatten your opponents? Or just some useless crap? Who knows? You pays your money and you takes your chances. Break the presents and get your prizes. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Joker's Room of Fun, Mayhem, and Prizes. What will it be? Something to flatten your opponents? Or just some useless crap? Who knows? You pays your money and you takes your chances. Break the presents and get your prizes.
do a PvP match.
Want it? You can have it! I
Hail,
have so many
Trigon!
wonderful things for sale.
And peruse my wares.
You'll want to take a look.
I've got quotas to meet. Buy from me, will ya?
Alright, good night, you two.
Status critical. Initiate combat. Performance impaired. Minor damage. Critical damage. Systems failing. Engaging enemy. Damage sustained. Alpha protocol engaged. Damage sustained. Status critical. Performance impaired. Critical damage. Alert. Status critical.
Good night, everybody.